Hello, YouTube, and its YouTube viewers. This is The Moderate Gamer, and welcome. Please allow me to pour myself a quick drink, if you don't mind, just to prepare for the evening ahead. Always better to save. Thank you, sir. Delicious. Welcome one and all to the Spring and Summer Showcase. For those that do not know what the Spring and Summer Showcase is, I will dive into that here in about a second. For now, sit down, relax, join me at the table as we are all in this quarantine period, having to stay indoors and live life this way for a little bit. And for those that are working in this environment, I greatly appreciate all of you, and all of our hearts and hats go off to every single one of you. You are all amazing. But before we dive into the Spring and Summer Showcase, I will go ahead and revert back to my normal voice. Hopefully you enjoyed the soothing sounds of the beginning intro of this, and look forward to what is to come very, very soon. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the menu though before we dive into this. Oh wow, a lot of great selections on the menu today. A lot of great appetizers, a lot of great entrees, and a lot of great, tentatively, some good desserts if we're still hungry for more for this year. What we're going to try to do is have on the plate here before you, presenting each and every meal course we have available here today. Hopefully you guys will be excited to eat up some content that we'll be having coming forward. And like I said, let's invite now the regular TMG to do the rest of this video, because it will be a lot easier than talking in this voice from here on out. How's it going, YouTube? This is The Moderate Gamer, TMG, whatever you want to say. How's it all going? I'm sure you heard the intro there. We are doing a fun little another twist on the Spring and Summer Showcase. For those that do not know what the showcase is, or the Spring and Summer Showcase, either one, they're kind of related either way. We always go about what we're going to have coming to this channel over the spring and summer season, and tentatively what will be coming forward for the rest of this year, as well as just some things we either need to wrap up on, maybe some future projects you didn't even know about, and we always make an interesting twist on these. So last time we did like a news broadcast, the time before that we've done like outside videos, live videos, we've done just sitting from my couch, and I figured with everything going on in the world right now, it'd be fun to just sit down at a dinner table with you guys and be presented all the different things to come to us over the spring and summer, and tentatively farther in the future. How I always do this is kind of similar to a Nintendo Direct or the news types, where it's like we start with what we need finished up or what is first to come, and then we'll dive into some projects we would love to happen during the spring and summer. No 100% guarantees, but we would love for them to happen that way. And then as we dive into the later parts of this video, there will be all the things that could maybe come in spring and summer, but more likely to happen later in the year, but hopefully all come during this year period. Actually, the ultra latest obviously next year, but I don't see that happening with a lot of this if we stick to what we're going to be going with here on forward. So let's go into a quick recap, what's been going on, everything like that. I know I've talked about this in the upgrade. If you haven't seen the upgrade video, please go back to our playlist and you'll see that there. And I know I've talked a bit about this in the few videos we've done since we last were back in November. However, just due to some mental instability, some health issues, and a lot of just different personal issues that were going on, we had to take some time away back in November period, right when we were about to do our Sleeplocke. Some personal issues, health issues, I won't go into depth at what those were, just kind of hit us a little hard, and we had to just recover, get our mindset, get everything back in place again to come back to YouTube life. We love making our YouTube videos, and whether we have 0 people watching or 1 million people watching, we love what we do. We hope we can give you guys something fun to watch. Yes, we would love to grow, but our main thing is to support others, help others maybe get an escape from their everyday lives, have someone to talk to, whether it be about good things, bad things, whatever it might be. We can just have fun together, all that. So just as a recap, we've had a couple videos here lately talking about all that's been kind of going on and how we're going to be diving back into YouTube life. I know they've been kind of coming out once a week, once every 2 weeks right now, but that was just with figuring out work stuff, obviously with all the health issues going on, and all that's going around with my family right now. It was just, that's how it kind of happened. But starting hopefully this month is what I'm really aiming for, at the ultra latest for sure, May. but I'm really diving to try to do it for this month, going into the full-time YouTube life. What is that going to mean? It's going to mean at very, very, very least 5 videos a week. I know we can do as much to, I think it's 21 videos in a week, because it's like 3 videos a day you can do for the YouTube within like 24 hours or whatever it is. So we can obviously do between that range, but we would love to shoot for the minimum of at least 5 videos a week, so that way you can always look forward to something, and there'll be all different projects, whether it be, Mario, Pokemon, things off Pokemon, maybe even not gaming related, could be anything, whatever, going forward, so that way you always can maybe find something you might personally enjoy, and we always take suggestions, anything like that, good criticism, bad criticism, positive comments, negative comments. We want to try to be the best we can be. Of course, we're going to be doing what we love and what we feel is best with, but however, we do love pleasing you guys and giving you all a good time, and we definitely read all those suggestions and take them to heart and try to be the best content creators we can with all that we have in front of us. Either way, so as many of you know, we, and maybe not know, we recently got back our Nintendo Switch. We have actually a video on the channel called The Story of My Nintendo Switch. I'll try to leave links and stuff like that throughout this video, so that way you can find them easily. But either way, you can also find them in our playlist. But yeah, we got a Nintendo Switch. It was a used, refurbished Nintendo Switch. Worked for about 2 days. Perfectly fine, played through a couple of my games, got caught up and everything. Luckily, because I purchased a good selection of my games digitally, they were still on my Nintendo cloud account or whatever you want to call it, and some of my save data was still there. So I had to play through some, like Smash Bros. I had to unlock all the characters again, and a little bit of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee I had to play through again. But because of those factors now, with the Switch and everything, we're able to bring that content. And I told you guys that about in the upgrade that upcoming weekend we were going to be doing our Let's Go Shiny Hunting Eevee series. Well, lo and behold, that next day the screen went to the loading screen, like where it shows Nintendo Switch, and it wouldn't go past there. It wouldn't do that for another whole day. I tried different strategies, whether letting the console die, letting it be fully charged, all these different things online that suggested it, but it never came back on. I ended up luckily being able to get a full refund. I got it through GameStop and everything. They gave me a full refund. Luckily, at that same time, it was literally the same day as when the Animal Crossing Switch was being released, so a lot of the newer Switch models were coming into stock during that point. So luckily through Best Buy, I was able to order a brand new Nintendo Switch, newer model with a better battery life and whatever else it has better of the older model. And again, I had to play through all the games again to do that, but it was super fun to play through all those different saves to get things ready to going forward. I know there's a few games I'll have to get again, but they will be just more for personal fun. So like Mario Odyssey I used to have, I don't have anymore, or like 1-2 Switch, are a few off the top of my head I know of that I didn't own the digital copies. And then obviously now that it's been a few years since I even owned a Switch, I had a Switch way back in the day, but due to some different circumstances when I was trying to support for my family and put my family first, I got rid of it during that time. Like I said, I had a lot of games back then, but like I said, it's been a while since we had a Switch last, and I would love to get like Mario Maker 2, Pokemon Sword or Shield, things like that coming to our channel here very soon. But like I said, with at least Smash and Let's Go and a couple other games to our selection already, we can play a lot online with you guys or do our new series of our Let's Go Shiny Hunting, everything like that. So that gives you kind of a recap, kind of getting all caught up to where we are today. Hopefully that all makes sense going forward. But yes, anyway, let's go ahead into my menu, my script for lack of a better term. And we will go through each subject and each topic one by one and talk about it. Hopefully you guys will be ready for our appetizer round. So like I said, we can refer to this as the script or the menu or whatever, but like I said, we're going to start with the first things to come, like the things that are going to be ready straight away for the channel, our first main priorities. These things we want to get to the channel here very quickly and everything like that are going to be our main ones. Like I said, even though these are our first on the list, other things can kind of go above these at certain times, but these are the first ones we want to have on the channel no matter what. But since some of these are series, these other projects I'll mention later can be mixed in with these. It doesn't matter how they appear on this list. Wherever they are, they can be mixed, intertwined, or however worked. But like I said, these first ones are more deeper to us to get done. And then as we get later, those are less deep, but they can always be mixed and integrated at any point. So always stay tuned. You can follow us on all of our socials, all that, and I'll go into that here very shortly. But yeah, let's start with the first thing on our list, the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee Shiny Hunting. Now, many of you know we did have a Pokemon Let's Go Eevee Route Shiny Hunting series planned back in the day. However, due to the Switch circumstances that I've been talking about, it got scrapped and we replaced it with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl shiny hunting because I knew of the cute charm glitch and it would make it, very high odds, all that type of stuff. That'd be kind of similar to doing Let's Go shiny hunting. And then luckily, I said, with getting the new Switch and everything like that during tax time, I was able to now bring back the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee route shiny hunting. So I'm excited to see that series is back. And as for the Diamond and Pearl shiny hunting, it's going to be put on like a back burner. It doesn't mean it won't ever come again. It just might be later in the year if it does, or maybe next year, just depending on how all the other projects fall into place. But like I said, I've been always super excited for the Let's Go Eevee route shiny hunting, and that one was more spoken to me. And especially with all the difficulty with the cute charm glitch and everything like that, I wanted to put the one that I talked about more so earlier on first, and then put the Diamond and Pearl for later. So hopefully that all makes sense, and hopefully you guys will be still as excited for that. If you do not know what that is, even though I've talked about it before, I'll do a brief summary. We are going to be going literally route by route, getting every shiny Pokemon in their respective routes throughout the entire game. So like route 1 will be your Pidgey, Rattata, Bellsprout. I don't know who else is on route 1, but for sure those in their shiny variants. Now I will say once we get any of those 3, it covers that, not only that Pokemon, but its species as well, so we don't have to worry about Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, Weepinbell, Victreebel, or Raticate, and any of the other future routes, or any other Pidgeys, Rattatas, or anything. In any of the other routes, it clears it out for the rest of the game, so we don't have to keep hunting them over and over again. Unless they magically randomly appear, which could happen, but we'll worry about that as we go on. But yeah, like I said, we're going to work route by route and getting every shiny in the game. Now, we will also be mixing this with a playthrough because of the fact that I realized most of the Pokemon we have to get during a gameplay. So Pokemon Snorlax is an example, even though I can maybe do certain workarounds to maybe avoid him or things like that, but like Omanyte, Kabuto, Aerodactyl, the ones that you have to get through the fossils through the game, would be a lot easier if I can just do them through the playthrough. I thought that'd be a fun mix. It won't be like a Nuzlocke or anything like that. Maybe as we go on, if you guys wanted to do some challenges or anything like that, we can implement those. But for now, we'll just say generic playthrough, anything like that until future stated. But yeah, like I said, going route by route, getting all the shiny Pokemon, being able to use those shiny Pokemon, having a lot of fun with that, and I think it will be super fun. I hope you guys will enjoy that live series coming to the channel. Hopefully starting at worst tomorrow, but maybe today. We'll have to see when this video goes up. If this video goes up late, then it's probably the next day. If it goes up early, then maybe the same day. We'll keep you updated on our socials. For those that do not know our socials, we have Twitter, which is @ModerateGamer, all one word, capital M, capital G. We have our Instagram @TheModerateGamer. We have our Discord, which I do not know off the top of my head, but all those are going to be down in the description as well, where you can just click on our links and follow the list there. They give you all the updates, behind the scenes, more fan interaction if you want. You're able to more easily talk to us. Not that we don't see every comment as well, but just another way to reach out to us for those that want to. So hopefully that all makes sense. What else do we have here? Yes, the Sleeplocke. The Sleeplocke was planned back in November. We had it going for a while, but again, due to all the mental stuff that happened during that period of time, and then also some technological glitches during that period of time, we had to put it on a hiatus. I would love to do the Sleeplocke this week. Can I assure that? No. But just until we get the Let's Go project and everything going like that, I won't say definitively when that will air just yet, because I needed to see how well live streams perform for a little bit of time. I'm going to at least do a few of these Let's Go series, and they obviously will be longer streams, and that will let me know how well Streamlabs will be able to, or OBS will be able to handle everything for a Sleeplocke going forward. So hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, we'll have announcements and be updating you throughout on Twitter. But for sure, like I said, that Let's Go series will be the first one that will come to the channel, and then that Sleeplocke will be planned shortly after, once we know how well everything is running. Smash Infinity, a project that we've been promising for almost 2 years, I think now. We kind of bit off a little bit more than we could chew, and then obviously with all the different circumstances, it was supposed to be finished about November time last year. However, due to, again, all the different circumstances, we, again, had to kind of put it aside. And yes, I'd love to do it going forward, but how we're going to do for Smash Infinity is literally we're going to get the entire project recorded, ready to go. we'll drop a new trailer and then release it shortly after. That way we know there's no more hiccups, no more problems, anything going forward, and hopefully you all understand that. We'll keep you updated as we go through our other streams and videos and stuff like that, but as for the Smash Infinity project, it's just going to be a little bit longer, and I do apologize for that, but we do want to finish that project because it is something we're super excited to bring for you guys. The Road to Shield series is something I am more so betting will start this week because it's another live series we're going to be doing on the channel. I think so far as the Smash Infinity series is the only thing I maybe have mentioned that might not tentatively be live, unless you kind of premiere as tentatively live. But this next one will be a live series called The Road to Shield. We've been talking about it for a while now. What The Road to Shield is, if you do not know, is we're going to be playing through each Pokemon generation from Gen 1 all the way to Gen 8 and all the remakes as well, in the main series, of course, to get to Pokemon Shield. So we're going to be starting with Pokemon Yellow and then working our way to Shield. And I'll explain as I go through the entire journey why we chose these games. We chose Pokemon Yellow because we've already done a Pokemon Red Nuzlocke on the channel, and I believe I did my extremely random Nuzlocke thing with Pokemon Blue. I've never played Pokemon Yellow on the channel yet, so I want to do that one. Pokemon Gold will be the one after that because we've done a Pokemon Silver Sleeplocke on the channel. After that will be Pokemon Emerald because we're going to have technically Sapphire already mixed later on, and Ruby is one that's been on the channel technically already. And by doing Pokemon Emerald, it makes up for the fact of our extremely randomized Emerald series that we kind of scrapped and got rid of. I will say all these right now are tentatively planned as regular randomized Nuzlockes unless we state otherwise. They can all be changed, however, to either Extremes or Soul Links or Cage Locks, whatever they want to be as we go on. But for right now, they're all planned as standard Nuzlocke randomizers. So hopefully that is exciting for you all. After Emerald will be our Leaf Green. So we had actually a Leaf Green live series planned during our channel history here, but we're now moving it into the Road to Shield, so that way it's still going to be there with all the art and intro we made for it. However, just integrated into that series, so it still will be coming. It'll just be obviously a little bit later, but we're going to obviously still be playing through Pokemon games as we work our way there. After Leaf Green, we'll be doing either probably Diamond or Pearl. I'm not sure which one just yet, just because we've done Pokemon Platinum on our channel already. So working our way through Diamond and or Pearl to beat that game. After Diamond or Pearl, we're going to do Heart Gold or Soul Silver. I'm not sure. That's another one where we can flip or whatever, just because I did do Gold already throughout the series, so we might flip it and do Soul Silver. Like I said, some of these are just kind of dependent on how I want to function, but for sure, one of those, obviously. After that one, we're going to be doing either Black or White, depending on whatever the opposite of the Sleeplocke is. The Sleeplocke is going to be a Black or White, and then Black or White 2 Sleeplocke Wheel of Challenges. For those that do not know that, we do have a trailer on the channel as well for that. But it's just a giant wheel with a bunch of different challenges that we have made up and you guys can integrate with that will affect us in the game, whether they be random with put an ice cube, do some push-ups, or actually relate to the game, like say with Pokemon, and we can use certain items, certain Pokemon, and use these certain things to have to overcome. And then after like I said, Black or White, depending on whatever the opposite of the Sleeplocke is. We'll do also the opposite again with Black or White 2. After those, we will do Gen 6, which will be Pokemon Y, I believe. Yes, Pokemon Y. And then after Pokemon Y, we'll be doing Alpha Sapphire. So there's where the Sapphire comes in place, because we've done technically Omega Ruby on the channel already. After Alpha Sapphire, we will be doing Pokemon Sun. After Pokemon Sun, we will do Pokemon Ultramoon to get both sides and, that full story and everything. I know they're very similar games, but just to play every variant. And then we will do probably Let's Go Eevee. If I can do Pikachu at that point, then yes, but right now I'd be planned as Let's Go Eevee since I already have it. And then after that, we will do Pokemon Shield. So there's the order. It's going to take a while. My plan is to have it all finished by the time of the second release of the DLC. So there's some DLC coming out during summer period, and there's a DLC coming out for the fall for Sword and Shield. I want to have the whole Road to Shield series at very least done or ready to go into Pokemon Shield when we're in the fall period, if that makes sense. So hopefully you guys will be excited for that. It's a big, long, live series that we'll have a lot of fun with, like the Nuzlocke and everything like that. And like I said, if you guys want to, we can extreme them. We can do crazy things with them. But for right now, they are going to be all standard randomized Nuzlocke. Hopefully you guys will be excited for that journey. PokeChat, a series that's on another hiatus just because of the fact of my co-host. who was originally in school during the time, is now, of course, out of school because of everything going on, but we do live about 2 hours away, and with all the restrictions on travel and everything around my country, we can still not really see each other. And as much as I could do videos without him, it was our project we started together, and we're about 2 or 3 away from the finale of this series season that we want to finish it together, obviously. So it will be coming back. I just can't say when until we know when we can actually be together to use both of our voices to create something. Luckily, the finale is done, but we need those 2 or 3 more episodes to get to the finale to record. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's kind of the beginning of our appetizers there. So let's dive into what I'll call, I guess, the entrees, even though some of those are going to be, big eating meals that I've been already talking about. But, we're probably famous for our appetizers here. But the entrees, hopefully to come during the spring and summer, we're going to hopefully have some Smash Online. So now that we have Smash Brothers back, we can play you guys in Smash and lose to every single one of you. And maybe we can pull a miracle win out of our butts. We'll have to see. My main is Kirby. He's always been my main since Smash Brothers Melee. I had 64 back in the day, but I never really got the controls. And I learned the controls by using Kirby. So he always relates to me, although there's a lot of other characters that speak to me sometimes more, like Luigi, Cloud, Lucario, a couple others, and I can use any other character. He's just always been my main go-to since day one, so he's still my main character to this day. So, like I said, see our skills with everything. We'll lose to you guys, maybe pull a miracle win. We'll have to see, but I thought that would be a lot of fun to take you guys on and Smash, and maybe play some others around the world too, if worst case we need to, and just see how our skill set is. We're going to also be doing some Pokemon Showdown as well with you guys that we'll be able to do, and that'll be a lot of fun. That can maybe even be implemented into our Pokemon Versus series, so we'll have to see on that. We will also be having a Pokemon Vs Tourney coming up here very, very soon. What the Pokemon Vs Tourney is going to be taking on every gym leader from Gen 1 to Gen 8 in a giant tournament to see who the best gym leader of the entire series is. And they're going to be able to use Pokemon from the anime, manga, all that different stuff to test their skills, for lack of a better term, to see, where they stand. So even though, how we just did with Misty and Blaine, for those that haven't seen that, we did a Misty versus Blaine Pokemon Versus. It's actually our most popular video, and we did a remastered version of that video as well, where they took on each other. And even though Misty was the second gym leader and Blaine was the 7th, we put them on even standards. They can use any Pokemon they have in their arsenal. They know who they're fighting. They can bring whoever they want to these battles, and spoiler alert, but Misty wins those matches easily, pretty much, all the time. So there's a few Blaine won, but yeah, they were rare. Anyway, but yeah, so like I said, we're taking all those different gym leaders, putting them against each other, and seeing how they all fare. So I think that'll be a lot of fun that we'll be doing here soon. We're going to have a brand new series also coming up here, hopefully this month, if not by next month, called Games I Grew Up On. Kind of playing some childhood classics, things that really defined me as a kid, reasons why I got into gaming, a lot of games that I just love, have a lot of nostalgic value to them, whether they be from really early on, like Sega, Pokemon Puzzle League, Pokemon Snap. I played a lot of like the Sega X-Men or Lion King. I played Spyro, Crash Bandicoots, Jak and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts, obviously, Dragon Ball Z Budokai was a main one, Star Wars Battlefront, the old Star Wars Battlefront, of course. And then, what else did I play? Madden, I guess, would have been another one I played back in the day. But a lot of those just games that I really related to as a kid, Smash Brothers Melee, playing a lot that I just grew up on, maybe give you guys some nostalgia value through it, or just maybe see those games you maybe never have seen before, and playing through those. I think that'll be a fun live series we can bring to you guys as well. Again, I think so far, other than the Pokemon Vs Tourney and PokeChat, everything else has still been a live series. I'll try to do better going forward to tell you whether they're live or recorded videos. The next live series to come up to the channel, hopefully within this spring, summer, will be our Kingdom Hearts 3 series. We've done Kingdom Hearts 1, we've done Kingdom Hearts 2 already. And I talked about maybe doing the side games as well, and I might still do that, we're not sure, but for sure the next one we're going to dive into is Kingdom Hearts 3. Just to finish out the main 3 and do that. So we will be playing that on the channel as soon as we can. Really looking forward to playing that game, and like I said, that will be a live series as well. And then, like I said, through the games I grew up on series, we can also do the remakes of either Spyro or Crash Bandicoot. I was literally combining their names there if you didn't realize. Splash Bandicoot. I don't know, Splash Bandicoot the Dragon. Anyway, back to real talk. But even do the remakes of those games as well and see if they still have that same nostalgia feel that the originals games did back in the day. Let's see here. We also, in the month of July, which I know will be near the end of summer, we'll be having a 5-year celebration video. We'll be on our 5 years of total on YouTube. We haven't been making content for 5 years. We've been making content for about 3. However, we have been on the platform for 5 years this upcoming July. I don't remember the exact date off the top of my head. Maybe I'll put it somewhere right now. But yes, either way, coming... Like I said, in July, we'll have a 5-year celebration video, putting a lot of the highlights of our first 5 years, a lot of projects we've enjoyed or funny moments, things like that, that we'll put in a giant video and everything like that. At that same point in that same month, we'll be having our new intro animation dropping. And at that point, all of our new upgrade stuff will be done. During the upgrade, we're going to be revamping basically everything, souping it up, for lack of a better term, from the little circle logo that has all the game systems on it, either making that to an avatar in our new mascot or something just better looking, changing our banner, and getting a new intro and everything like that. The intro is going to be the longest one, the hardest one to do, but that one, like I said, should all be done hopefully by the latest of July for all 3 parts. So, sorry for all the ums, I just was trying to collect my thoughts, for lack of a better term, but our new Pokemon mascot for our channel is going to be the Pokemon Ditto. We chose Ditto because he's the most versatile Pokemon and can incorporate all of our different interests with him having the ability to transform. He is a favorite of most of ours, but like I said, with me, my favorite Pokemon right now is Charizard. I get that's a big Gen 1 thing on me, but I have a lot of others like Alolan Marowak, or I don't even know, from a bunch of different generations, even Dragapult from the newer generation I'm a big fan of. So, I mean, I have a lot of different interests. Just Charizard's always spoken the most to me since I was a kid. And my nephew, his favorite, I believe, is Arcanine. His second favorite, I think, is Goodra. But I was like, we had so many different variants. And then with my other nephew, who's more like into shoot 'em up and stuff like that, like I said, we could incorporate using Ditto with his ability to transform not only into Pokemon, but different objects and things, to incorporate all of our different interests with a cool little avatar, everything like that. Like I said, I don't want to spoil too much about what the intro will be, but it will definitely incorporate all of our different interests of Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Mario, shoot 'em up games, our different Pokemon interests, all that different stuff in that intro. So hopefully you'll be looking forward to it. But yes, our official channel mascot is going to be Ditto going forward. So hopefully that's exciting to hear. I want to go ahead and also talk about the co-op. It's also been something I've been talking about for about 2 years as well. But just due to figuring out what we wanted to do, it's been why it's been so delayed. It was originally going to be a Pokemon Black and White co-op. Then obviously when I did the Sleeplocke, we were going to change all that around so that way I could play Pokemon Black and White for the Sleeplocke. And we were going to do Pokemon X and Y probably as our co-op. Then my wife came to me and was like, well, let's maybe do a Mario series, that way I can show off my gaming skills, because she's amazing in Mario. She's one of the best I've seen in a while in Mario games. I mean, she's not like a speedrunner, but she's really, really good at Mario stuff. I think she could if she, wanted to try, but she always blows me away in her Mario stats. But, yeah, doing like a Mario co-op together, whether it be one we've already played or maybe some of the other ones that we can play together and playing through those games and showing the talents, or even maybe like a Lego Harry Potter where we're, something that we're both interested in and maybe haven't played before we go into the Pokemon life. But like I said, I know she's willing to do whatever, so but I can say almost definitely it'll either be the Mario co-op or the X and Y co-op. I'm not sure 100% just yet because I have to still get X and Y technically in my gaming collection, and I want to do that co-op before we get to the Pokemon Y and the Road to Shield series, because I want to obviously play with it blindly with her, so we're each experiencing a Pokemon game newly together, because it's going to be at that point the only generation I haven't played. So that's going to be the whole ordeal with the co-op. And I think that's all I have as far as the main entree stuff. So let's talk about the desserts, the things that maybe could come in spring, summer, but more likely just to come in this year period. A new Mario series, like I said, if we do it in the co-op, that's where it will be. If it's not in the co-op, then we'll have probably some either side Mario series, kind of similar to how I've done with our Mario 3D Land and stuff like that, in just a video format. Also, the co-op will be a video, not a live series, unless it gets insanely popular and we feel 100% comfortable going live with that. Going further, it's going to initially start as a recorded video, and the 5-year video is going to be not live. Other than that, it might be premiered, but other than that, everything else is still live. But the Mario series will be another probably recorded thing, unless I change my mind. But playing through some Mario games, whether they be, newer, older, whatever they might be, Mario 64, Mario Galaxy, where there's so many different Mario games to choose from, and doing that series if we do not do the co-op with it. More Pokemon content, not in just the ways of Nuzlocke and those type of things, which I do want to get on the channel, which could be videos or live series. I want to get back into doing our video formats of our top 10s, our favorites of certain things, or least favorites, talking about maybe just Pokemon news, just our thoughts into different subjects. I know we've done reaction videos and things like that, or little tidbits into Pokemon, and we've obviously done in the past Pokemon top 10s and stuff, but we want to get back into doing that. So that will be another thing we're going to be highly looking into doing this year and getting back onto our channel. Also playing maybe some of the hacks and stuff too as well. The trade lock or substitute lock or whatever you want to call it is also going to be on a hiatus at least until the co-op of X and Y is done. Just because of the fact, obviously, I want to play through X and Y first with my wife before I would play an X and Y substitute lock with my nephew. The substitute lock is basically like a rival lock, cage lock, wonder lock, I don't know. It's a bunch of mixed things together. Basically what we're going to be doing is, trying to see who can beat the game first, just like a versus does. After we each have beaten the gym, we take on each other similar to a cage match. And then similar to a rival match, after whoever the victor, they get to choose a Pokemon to trade with the other person, or they can tell that person to wonder trade, or they themselves can wonder trade. A bunch of different options that, they get to choose from to basically get their ideal team that they see in their head, and they work their way forward, and we just see who gets the most points at the end of it all, to see who wins. And then we can also have the race factor, see who gets the champion, all these different factors that will play into the point system. So you'll have the actual matches where we go head to head with the Pokemon points, and then actually who wins the actual versus part as a point system as well. So it's going to be super exciting, but again, it'll be something to be later in the year after the co-op and maybe tentatively after the Road to Shield Y series. But we'll have to see just how it all plays through as the years go on. I know I'm not getting a lot of definitive dates, and I do apologize on that, but just like I said, it's all with what's going on right now and everything in life. It's kind of hard to put time frames. But hopefully you do all understand and still looking forward to this year to come. I did talk about this earlier, but we would love to get some more non-gaming or gaming challenges content coming forward. So as far as non-gaming, maybe just talking about different life stuff, have Q&As with you guys, talk about just, whatever we want to, whether it's something actually going on in real life or just anything else. Or we can do some unique stuff like make a movie or science experiments, things like that. Have a lot of fun with different things that don't relate to just playing a video game. But yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. And then as far as gamer challenges, which is similar to the Wheel of Challenges, gamer challenges, however, will be just kind of like one challenge that affect a video. And this will be probably a live series as well, maybe recorded. I don't know for sure for this one at least. Like the non-gaming and gamer challenges content as far as live. And I think the trade lock will probably also be a series unless it just works flawlessly. But as far as the gamer challenges, it'll be like, okay, for this gamer challenge, the opponent gets to pick everything about you, and that's the entire challenge during the video, or like blindfolding or things like that. Whereas unlike the Wheel of Challenges is every like couple minutes, it chooses a new thing we have to overcome for a set amount of time and go forward with that. And they obviously can mix with tons of different games, same with the gamer challenges. As far as that, the only other thing I gotta talk about is our online versus stuff. So we would love to invest in getting Mario Kart again. Maybe even we could do like Fortnite or Call of Duty. Like Star Wars Battlefront, Dragon Ball. I don't know. There's so many different games that have online, battling, and I know we'll probably lose all of them. But I think it would be a lot of fun to test either our skills against you guys or just around the world and just see how we kind of fare and test our skill levels and just a bunch of different games, having a lot of fun, more just interaction with you guys, and I think that'll be a lot of fun in a live series format, of course, and doing all that. But as far as that's really all I see on the menu here. Yeah, that's really all I have on the menu. I know I usually have an extra thing like, oh yeah, and then there's this. But today I do not, so no extra bonus dessert or whatever. What would be after dessert? I don't even know at this point. Breakfast, technically. Sleep? I don't know. Either way, that's about really all I've got for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this fun little format that I created here. I will apologize if there's any hiccups during any of this or anything like that, but hopefully it gives you answers. If you have questions on anything at all, feel free to leave them down in the comments down below. We see every single comment. We respect anything you guys have to say. We want to hear your feedback on it, whether positive or bad. Like I said, if you have suggestions or whatever, or just any questions, we'd be happy to help you out and take in what you have to say to become the best that we can with all that we have around us. Like I said, going forward, the next series to come will be that Let's Go series. I'll definitely see you guys during that video. Other than that, I don't know 100% when all the rest will air, but like I said, just stay tuned through our live streams on our social medias, everything like that. We'll keep you updated on everything going forward and all that. So hopefully you guys will be looking forward to everything to come to the Modern Gamer as we're diving into the YouTube life. I would really love to get into the full-time swing here very soon, but for right now, we're going to, like I said, at least be shooting for those 5 videos a week and everything after this video airs and everything. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Be sure to subscribe, obviously, if you are new. We're looking to grow. Hopefully we can help you guys all grow as well. And I guess I'll see you guys all in the next video stream, whatever I see you. And thank you all so much for watching. The Modern Gamer, signing out. Caca!